Welcome students. Today in this session we are going to study how to solve the problems relating to return on investments. Return on investments ROI problems. So in the last class we have discussed what is return on investment. So it is a performance measure used to evaluate the efficiency of an investment or compare the efficiency of a number of different investments. And also we have understood the formula for that. So return on investment equals to operating profit divided by capital employed multiplied by 100. So EBIT or operating profit is equals to the total sales of an enterprise or company, and it's minus by variable cost and fixed cost of the company. And we have understood what is capital employed. Capital employed equals to total shareholders fund plus long-term loan funds, and from that we have to deduct or minus investments and fictitious assets. So totally we will get capital employed. So we here got a image of a problem. So we are going to solve this problem now. So the question says Excel Limited's balance sheet is given below. So we have a balance sheet, liabilities and assets. So in the liability side, 9% preference share capital, 1,60,000, equity share capital 4 lakhs, reserve funds 80,000, 80% secured loans 1,40,000, 12% unsecured loans 1 lakh, and current liabilities 1,60,000. On the asset side, we have got fixed assets 4,80,000, investments 60,000, current assets 2,40,000, profit and loss account 40,000, discount of issue of shares 20,000, preliminary expenses 2 lakh. So total balance sheet of 10,40,000. EBIT of the company is amounted to rupees 2,80,000. Calculate the return on investment of Excel Limited. This is a last year's one of the question papers question. So in this question, liability side, we have got total shareholders funds, and in this asset side we have got assets and also some investments and fictitious assets that has to be deducted from the capital employed. So and also EBIT of the company is already given in the question, so we need not to calculate EBIT or operating profit. So that is sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost, that we need not to calculate in this question. So we have to calculate just the capital employed. So the solution return on investments, we have taken the formula operating profit or EBIT, it's all divided by capital employed, it is denoted by C, multiplied by 100. So first we have to identify what are the amounts of EBIT and capital employed. EBIT is in the question they have directly given 2,80,000, and capital employed is not given, we have to calculate according to the formula. So where capital employed is equal to shareholders fund plus loans minus investments and fictitious assets. So in the question, shareholders funds includes both equity share capital and preference share capital. So equity preference share capital 1,60,000, we have taken 1,60,000 plus equity share capital 4 lakhs, and we have taken 4 lakhs of rupees of equity share capital plus reserve funds. So this reserves also belongs to the shareholders, owners of the funds. So we have kept aside a reserves that also belongs to the owners fund. So we have to calculate this reserve fund, and if any surplus, if it is given in the liabilities, we have to be we have to take that surplus also. So we have taken 1,50,000 preference shares, equity share 4 lakhs, reserves and reserve fund 80,000 plus loan. So what are the loans? We have taken 8% secured loans 1,40,000. So that is also we have taken 1,40,000 and we have 12% unsecured loans. So 12% unsecured loans 1 lakh amount that also we have taken here. So 1,40,000 plus 1 lakh. So totally what we have to calculate, all these items we have taken and we have to deduct from this. From the asset side we are deducting the investments. So we have to search for any investments in this asset side. It is in this question it has got 60,000 investments. So 60,000 we have deducted and we have to search for any fictitious assets like preliminary expenses, discounts or expenses relating to issue of shares or any profit and loss if it is there. So we have to take these fictitious assets. So in this question, after investments, we have got 40,000. So this is a loss in profit and loss account. So that also we have to minus from this shareholders funds. 40,000 we have taken. We have to taken discount of issue of shares. So that is also a loss to the company. So that is discount of issue of shares 20,000. We have taken 20,000 rupees and preliminary expenses total 2 lakhs rupees. It is given in this balance sheet and that also we have taken for 2 lakhs or minus in the shareholders funds. Totally after adding these shareholders funds plus loans and deducting investments and other fictitious assets, totally we will get 5,60,000. So that is capital employed denoted by C. So we have got 2,80,000 rupees in the form of EBIT directly in the question. So we are implementing these numbers into the formula. Operating profit or EBIT 2,80,000 all divided by capital employed C. So that we have got 5,60,000. So we have taken 5,60,000 multiplied by 100. So multiplied by 100. So if you first we have to divide 2,80,000 divided by 5,60,000. So we will get decimal points. So from that we have to multiply by 100. So we will get 50%. Hope this problem is understood. So we will move on to next question. So another question. So another balance sheet is given. Balance sheet as on 31st March 2014. So in this we have got liabilities, equity shares of rupees 80,000, preference shares of rupees 40,000, borrowed funds 1 lakh. So here borrowed funds is the loans. So loans is in this question it is mentioned as borrowed funds, borrowing from various finance or banks. So they have not given any secured or unsecured loans like in the last question. They have just given borrowed funds. So in current liability. So current liabilities we have no use in this question. In the last question also we have seen this current liabilities, but this has got no use in this particular question. So asset side we have got investments, profit and loss account is loss, preliminary expenses 30,000 and fixed assets 1,70,000. So we have got 2,60,000 of balance sheets. And in the question they have given operating details. Sales they have given 1 lakh units at rupees 170 per unit. Total sales they have given, and material cost rupees 35 per unit. So they have given the material cost. Labor cost they have given 15 per unit, and fixed cost is totally they have given the amount 50,000. Calculate return on investments of the company. So in this question, we need to find out return on investments using the formula. The formula we have ROI is equal to operating profit or EBIT. It's whole divided by capital employed C, and it's multiplied by 100. So in this question, we need to identify what are the amount belongs to EBIT and capital employed. So EBIT in the last question we have seen we have given EBIT, but in this question we need to calculate the EBIT. So first you calculate the EBIT, calculation of EBIT. So we have got sales. Sales in the question they have given 1,000 units sold at rupees 170 per unit. So 1,000 sales are made by the company. 1,000 per unit 170 rupees. So multiplied by 1,000 into 170, total sales equals to 1,70,000 for that year. So less from this we have to deduct variable cost. First we have to deduct variable cost. In this question, two variable costs are given: materials and labor. They will variable cost because according to the sales increases, variable cost increases. According to the sales decreases, the labor cost also decreases. So in this question, variable cost, two variable costs are given. Material cost it rupees 35 per unit. So they have given just the amount and they have not given how much the units. So what we have to take into consideration the total sales. Based on the sales, material costs and labor costs varies. So we have to take the total sales multiplied by 35. So that is the material cost per unit. So material cost 1,000 rupees into 35, 35,000. And also labor cost also varies according to the sales. So in the question they have given labor cost rupees 15 per unit. So multiplied by total sales, the labor cost also 1,000 number of total units sold multiplied by the particular per unit. Labor per unit, that is 15 rupees. So multiplied by 1,000 into 50, total 50,000. So total, if you add up this 35,000 plus 15,000, we will get 50,000. So this 50,000 it has to be deducted from the sale. Total sales 1,70,000. From this we have to deduct the variable cost 50,000, and we will get the contribution amount, remaining amount 1,20,000. So in this 1,20,000, next we have to less or deduct fixed cost. So that is given in the question. Fixed cost of rupees 50,000. So directly we have to deduct from this contribution 50,000. So 1,20,000 minus 50,000, we will get earning before interest and tax 70,000. Okay, so EBIT or operating profit we have calculated, so that is 70,000. So one part, the nomination side of the formula EBIT is clear. So and we have to find out the denomination side, that is capital employed or C. So capital employed. So in this question, the liability side balance sheet, we need to find out the capital employed. So is equals to equity shares plus preference shares plus borrowed funds minus investments minus P&L account and minus preliminary expenses. These P&L account and preliminary expenses are fictitious assets and investments we have to deduct. So in the question, equity shares just given 80,000, total we have taken 80,000 of rupees. Preference shares 40,000, we have taken 40,000 rupees plus borrowed funds including secured and unsecured loans. They haven't given any bifurcation. Total long-term loans 1 lakh, we have taken 1 lakh. So if we calculate this, we will get 1 lakh plus 80,000 plus 40,000, 2 lakh 20,000. From this, we have to deduct the fictitious assets and investments. So investments of rupees 40,000 is given in the asset side. Deduct. So we have taken minus 40,000 and minus P&L account minus 20,000 and preliminary expenses minus 30,000. So totally we will get capital employed of rupees 1,30,000. So 1,30,000 rupees is the capital employed RC. Then we will implement this amount into the formula. ROE is equal to operating profit or EBIT divided by capital employed totally multiplied by 100 equals to, so we have calculated 70,000 rupees EBIT. So we have taken this 70,000 here divided by 1,30,000 capital employed. So 1,30,000 capital employed total multiplied by 100. So we have got 53.85%. So this is the simple method to calculate return on investments in the question, the exams. Both students will have understood the question. So and this is the method of solving the problems. So what we have explained, I have given in these notes. Thank you, students.